Good afternoon and welcome back to the Perkins Garages YouTube channel for another walk around video. Before we get started with this lovely Ford Fiesta Active X, hit on the subscribe button and that way you'll stay in tune with all of the latest Perkins Garages content. So this Fiesta is an Agate Black Ford Fiesta Active X MHEV. So that is a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. So practically you jump in it, drive it like any other vehicle and get some very good MPG out the back of it. That is partly thanks to the 1 litre EcoBoost engine producing 125 PS of power. That power is then transmitted through the front wheels through a 6-speed manual gearbox. This Ford Fiesta Active X 125 PS is in insurance category 17, so it makes it a very competitive insurance group. The vehicle is registered on a 72 registration, meaning we're going to have Ford warranty until September 2025. The vehicle itself has done just under 5,000 miles, but I'll get the exact number once on the dash in a moment. So sit tight and let me walk you around, door to door, corner to corner, this wonderful Ford Fiesta Active X. So like all of the videos here at Perkins, we're going to arrive at the near side front to begin with, and I present to you this lovely remote central locking key. One click on the unlock button is going to wake up the daytime running lamps. These daytime running lights give you the ultimate visibility to other road users no matter the lighting condition. So even on the brightest of days or the dullest of days, you're going to be seen by everybody else on the road. So inside them gorgeous headlights are the Ford LED headlights. There's some fantastic quality headlights there. Just below we can start to see front parking sensors which trail round that front lip of the bumper. We have a beautifully constructive active grille which is finished in a gloss black. Just underneath the number plate there is a front facing radar responsible for some of the driver assistance pack that I shall cover in its entirety once I'm inside the vehicle. Moving ourselves around now. Oh, look at these alloys. So these are 18 inches of Y-spoke design machine cut alloy wheels. So the machine cut gives you the silver shiny face with the gloss black just behind. We have the silver painted brake calipers and we have some Continental premium contact 6 tyres on there as standard. And again, 5,000 miles of work. But you know what, I actually think these have been replaced beforehand because they look like new. You can see the paint on the markers there as well. Anywho, so moving your attention north up into the windscreen quickly. That there is a light sensor. So as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north in the top of the windscreen, which is currently behind a reflection of a tree, that makes it slightly better for everybody. So that long sensor at the bottom there is a traffic speed sign camera. So as you go past a speed sign, that will be presented to you on the digital driver display. This can be used in coordination with the intelligent speed limiter, meaning when you go past a differing speed sign, you can change the limiter, or it will change the limiter automatically based on the speed sign read. So the left hand side is a light sensor, that is for the automated headlights, and the right hand side is a rain sensor for the automatic wipers. Further north, being an Active X, we have some beautiful matte black roof rails. So if a roof box is your cup of tea, that's very easy to achieve. Okay, bring your attention back down to the body of the vehicle now. I'm just going to get the remote central locking out, now lock the vehicle. Take you to half zoom on the camera like so, as we have the 4 lines on the door handle to signify we have the keyless entry system. One tap behind the door handle, notice the indicator lights there, will unlock the vehicle. A tap on those lines again will then lock the vehicle. So it's a very convenient system to gain entry if you maybe have your hands full with children, shopping or anything really. And again, that is complemented inside the vehicle with an engine start stop button. So effectively the key can remain inside your pocket or handbag for the duration of your journey. So at this stage of the video I take a step back to the offside rear and show you around the body on the offside. Please note we also have the beautiful rear privacy glass as well. So I'm a big fan of this car. I think it looks incredibly pretty. The wheels, the machine cut alloy wheels, the privacy glass, the Agate Black and the roof rails. This is a very pretty Fiesta. Okay, anyway, that's enough of me obsessing about the car. Now to the offside rear. So again, I'm just going to get nice and tight to it and just gently rock the camera back and forth, hopefully displaying how beautiful all of these panels are. So you've just seen now the indicators flash again. So that's a keyless entry expiring because we haven't opened a door. So now we can link that back round to the offside rear wheel. Again, another beautiful 18-inch Y-spoke design alloy. So on the rear of this Fiesta we have rear drum brakes. Rear drum brakes are ultra efficient for a vehicle of this size and weight, but the main mechanical benefits for you, the buyer of this vehicle, is their low maintenance. So they self-adjust inside. Obviously on a service they get opened up and inspected, but effectively they are self-adjustable, so you won't have to replace any parts in those rear brakes for an awful long time, which is good, saves everybody money. Coming around the rear of this Fiesta we have rear parking sensors all the way along that bottom lip, and they are complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera. So that is front and rear parking sensors with a lovely camera there as well. I shall show you that on the screen once we're inside. Okay, but before we do, let's give the near side of the body the exact same treatment. So again, just rocking the camera nice and gently down the near side, and you can see for yourself how beautiful every body panel is. So no signs of any dents, scratches. I mean, this side it looks like a mirror. So it looks fantastic condition. So now we're at the near side rear wheel and give you a good look at that. And now we're going to follow all the way down to the near side front and give you a good look at that. Once again, the vehicle has done just under 5,000 miles of work with these front tyres. I'm going to say they're new. I think they're not the original tyres, but they are in perfect condition. Anyway, moving around, just thought I'd let you know we also have keyless entry on the passenger door handle as well. So if you were the passenger and maybe the driver's doing a bit of shopping, you can still gain entry nice and easily. Okay, so now it's time to have a look inside this lovely Fiesta now. So opening up the boot, we have the pressure pad just to the left hand side of the camera, or we can double click on the remote central locking. So I think ever famous now rear boot space in a Ford Fiesta. These have been a staple of the British hot hatches for many years, and that's because the versatility of the Fiesta. They're not too big, not too cumbersome, but you can still get everything you need in them, whether it's a couple of suitcases, maybe a couple of dogs, sports equipment, just general life equipment in there, not a problem. So it's a very nice sized boot. And underneath the boot liner, is a space saver spare wheel with again a Continental Contact tyre on there as standard. All relevant tools and jacks are supplied underneath the wheel there to help you change the wheel on the side of the road. So that's inside the boot. Let's go have a look inside the rear. So again, I'm going to have to unlock the vehicle now on the key because it expired. I actually didn't, so I did it on. Anyway, ignore me. This is now the passenger rear door card. A nice white clean material on the door card, so if it's sticky fingers for children, nice white clean material, not a problem. We have 4 electric windows with the corresponding window switches on every door card. Spinning the camera around for the first time in this video, I'm just going to show you how beautiful the interior is on these Active X's. So it's a half ebony leather, half suede interior in the lower back and base part of the seat, and it's all held together by this beautiful blue stitching. I'm a massive fan of that, and that theme continues throughout the vehicle, so I'll show you a bit more of that in a minute. But the middle seat again looks beautiful. If you do require the ISOFIXing seats for the smaller humans of this world, this Fiesta has 2, so the right hand rear and the left hand rear. And on the floor there are the Fiesta active mats all ready to go. So that's one less thing for you have to worry about after purchase. So that is the rear, the boot and the exterior taken care of. Let's have a look at all the goodies in the front, shall we? So again, beginning on the driver's door card, hard wearing plastic, and that comes down to a synthetic leather on the armrest section there, leading to this cluster of switches. So all 4 window controls with rear window locking found there, and electrically adjustable mirrors as well, which is also a lovely feature. For the last time in this video, let's spin the camera around now to display the front 2 seats. So again, that lovely leather and suede in the lower back and the base part. The lower back part actually have a perforated leather around the sides there, so it's going to be a nice breathable material, so if you're on a longer journey you're not going to get all sticky. So they're really lovely seats. So yeah, I'm a big fan of these half and half seats. As people that don't like leather, they slide about a bit, but a bit of suede in the middle, so they're incredibly comfortable. Manually adjustable, so you have a rear tilt, you have a height adjustment, and your forward and backwards is done on the conventional rail underneath. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now. You may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a second. Okay, now inside this Fiesta. I'm going to give you a tour around the interior. So to begin with, this is the beautiful digital dashboard. So as you get in, you're greeted with the Fiesta. Please note, bottom left there, you can see the mileage. So the exact mileage is 4,932.5 to be exact. So I mentioned the keyless entry, and we have the engine start stop button. So I've currently got my foot depressed on the clutch pedal. One click of that button will take the ignition to stage 2, i.e. the engine being on. So the first thing we're going to do now we're inside, I'm just going to turn the aircon off so you can all hear me. Right. So again, this is the beautiful digital dashboard, and we're currently in normal drive mode. So it's displayed in this beautiful blue colour, setting the ambiance of a normal drive, if you like. I'll show you the alternatives in a second. But very quickly, we have a coolant temperature sensor, we have a digital speedo, at the bottom there is the odometer, ambient air temperature, we have a digital fuel gauge, and the bar graph for the fuel on the right hand side. And we still have the original RPM times 1000, counting the revolutions of the engine or the crankshaft. And this is also known as the output power of the vehicle. In the middle we have a different gauge and dials we can control using the return, OK up and down, and menu button on the steering wheel. So the first one is a hybrid gauge. You can come down into live tyre pressures, you have your fuel economy there, different trip computers, one, and back to your hybrid gauge. If I was to click on the menu button, we can then expand that to select screens, so you can decide what trip computer or eco behavior or even traffic signs you'd like to see. Coming out there once more, you can have all of your audio settings, so your radio, your navigation. So if you click on there, obviously once you purchase this vehicle and hand over, what we'll do, we'll sit down with you and help you get all of your home, your previous destinations and your favourites all programmed into the stereo. So when you need to go somewhere, you can come onto this menu, and a simple click of a button, you can set your navigation to home, for example. Really lovely feature. Then we have Bluetooth connectivity, and back to your settings and display settings. So I mentioned earlier, being an ActiveX, we have selectable drive modes. So we have a normal, we have an eco, sport, slippery, and we have a trail, and back to normal. So any mode you go in, for example, slippery, it changes the aesthetic of the screen. So we've got a nice pale blue one in slippery. No, I've clicked the wrong button, my apologies, hold on. Let's go into trail, then we go to a rugged browny green one. Look at that, that is a thing of beauty. So big fan of these digital driver displays. So that's a bit about that. So on the steering wheel, again, we have those arrows controlling the screen ahead of us. We have a voice command button, a pick up, decline, and previous and next song function there also. Left hand side is where you'll find the buttons for the adaptive cruise control. So top left is the button to set the distance to the vehicle in front. Then we have a cancel, we've got a resume in the middle with set, plus and minus. Speed limiter is found bottom right, and the standby button top right. Below that is the volume minus, volume plus, and also a mute button. Right, so progressing the video now into the central reservation of this vehicle. We have a nice little cubby hole here with a USB-A port in there. Tension loaded cup holders, meaning when you put your coffee there in the morning and you go around a roundabout, it's not going to fall out, which is dreadfully inconvenient. We have 5 buttons here. That's the mode button to change the drive modes of the vehicle. That will turn off the traction control. That one is self park assist, which I shall come to in a minute. Turn off automated stop start and turn off the parking sensors. Now then, the controls for the 6-speed manual gearbox. I'm a massive fan of this gearbox. I think it's lovely to drive. It gives you a really positive sensation, flicking it in and out of gears. The construction of the EcoBoost engine means it's very torquey at lower RPMs, thanks to the nice large turbochargers and direct fuel injection. So that probably sounded quite boring, didn't it? Sorry about that. But yeah, so these Fiestas feel wonderful to drive at your slower speeds, and even when you get up to speed, a 6th gear, whack it in your cruiser gear if you like, and get some very good MPG. So these as an all-round vehicle are fantastic. We have another 12 volt, well, the first 12 volt socket and another USB-A port. So either of these USB ports is what you'll be plugging in your phone to for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. I'll come to that in a second. Here are the controls for the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Fan speed found to the left, temperature found to the right. At the bottom we have the 3-way heated front seats, we have the electronically heated front screen, and also electronically heated steering wheel. So that is part of the winter pack fitted to the vehicle. Different flows of vents are found in the middle. We have air conditioning and recirculation to the right, and to the left is your different demist and automatic function. Now then, let's draw your attention to the screen. This here is a Sync 3.4 module. We can tell it's a 3.4 because this band is blue at the bottom opposed to white, which is Sync 3. So on here we have audio bottom left. Let me just turn that down. Not any copyright infringements today. Thank you, Mr. YouTube. In audio, we have different sources such as FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Then come along to phone. This is where you can add your phone via Bluetooth connectivity. Then into navigation. And this is a fantastic navigation system. I use it all the time on my one. Never let me down. And for example, to set your navigation, click on the search box. Once the keyboard has loaded, directly put in Charlie Mike 77 6 Sierra Alpha, click the search box, and in no time at all it will navigate you a route here to Perkins. And don't forget, you can have the directions appear on that digital driver display ahead of you. So it's a really nice feature. So coming out of there, I'm going to take you into settings. In settings, this is where you can find your driver assistance. This includes the adaptive cruise control. We have the speed limiter in there. We have pre-collision assist, traffic sign recognition, rear camera, wrong way alert, driver alert, and rolling stop start speed threshold. Coming out there now into vehicle, and in vehicle, this is where you can find goodies such as your automated rain sensing wipers or your auto high beam settings. Windows, it's amazing. So you've got loads of vehicle settings, and I'm going to finish this video by popping the vehicle into reverse to show you this beautiful high definition reversing camera. Top right is the proximity sensors for the front and rear parking sensors, and this will give you an intermittent beep that'll increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. I said I'm going to finish the video on the camera. I'm lying because I've got two other things we need to talk about. First up is Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Plug your phone in using a USB data cable and take advantage of Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Make your phone a hands-free system, so make the most of the technology presented to you. The majority of people do have smartphones in their pocket now, and with these systems connected, you can easily take advantage of the features. So for example, some people don't like forward navigation. I won't be offended, not a problem. But on iPhone, you can use Apple Maps, Google Maps, or even Waze. You can use the voice command button on the steering wheel to wake up your voice assistant, such as Siri. From there, you can ask Siri, what's the weather like next Tuesday? Or, you know, what's the time? Or set navigation, play music, anything you like, hands-free. Audible text messages. You got a text message to send, don't grab your phone, read it out to your voice assistant instead. Perfect. Also, last button that I said I'll come back to, this is Ford Active Park Assist. This vehicle quite literally parallel park itself in, it will bay park in and parallel park out. As you see, you can use the indicators to dictate which side of the road you shall be parking on, and it will build an image using the front and the rear parking sensors, and once it thinks it can get into that gap, then put the gearbox into the relevant gear and follow the instructions, and the steering wheel, thanks to the beautiful electronic steering rack, will go 10 to a dozen and gets you in even the tightest of spaces. So if parking was a bit of a worry for you and you're struggling with your parking at the moment, this has got a beautiful parking aid. With the parking sensors and the self-park, you'll be able to get into any gap rather confidently. So thank you very much for watching this video. Sorry if I waffled on a little bit, but there's so much spec to cover on these beautiful Fiestas. If you did have any further questions, please get in contact using the number 01376 550 899. Alternatively, leave a comment below, like the video and hit the subscribe button, and we'll be seeing each other a lot more. Goodbye for now.